Hello everyone, welcome back. In our today's video, we are going to watch one of the first avatar of Lord Vishnu, which is the Matsya Avatar. Vishnu. Vishnu is the name given to the protector and sustainer of the universe. Lord Vishnu has incarnated in various life forms through different yugas. In situations where Dharma was in danger because of certain evil elements in the world. There are 10 incarnations of Lord Vishnu. These incarnations are termed as avatars of Lord Vishnu. The 10 avatars are also known as Dashavataras of Lord Vishnu. Firstly, the Matsya Avatar of Lord Vishnu. It is the first incarnation of Lord Vishnu. King Manu, the seventh king of his era, also called Vivasvata. Manu was just a ruler, and when it was time for him to retire, he handed over the kingdom to his son and went to the foothills of Mount Malaya and started a penance in the name of Lord Brahma. Pleased with his meditation, Brahma appeared in front of him and offered him a boon. Manu replied, "I am well versed with the laws of creation, and therefore am aware that sooner or later there will be a pralaya, whispered destruction, after which the world as we know it will be no longer exist. Please grant me the boon that it will be I who will save the world when it begins afresh after the destruction." Pleased with his devotion, Brahma granted the boon to Manu. A few years passed, and one day, when Manu was performing his morning ablutions in a pond near his hermitage in forest, he immersed his hands in the water so that he might offer some water as a prayer to his ancestors. When he raised his cupped hands, he noticed that a small fish was wriggling in the water. The fish looked at him in the eye and told him, "Please do not put me back in the water. There are so many large fishes in the pond that I am scared of being eaten up." Manu was first surprised to have encountered a speaking fish, and he immediately realized that this was not any ordinary fish. Due to the sincere request of the fish, he put it inside his kamandalu. That night, when Manu went to sleep knowing fully well that the small fish to which he had offered protection would be safe from any dangers, the next day morning when he woke up, he heard the fish talking to him from inside the kamandalu. "Please help me. Your kamandalu is very small and stifling. I am unable to breathe inside this." Hearing this, the surprised Manu went to his kamandalu and noticed that the fish had grown unusually large, up to 16-finger lengths in just one day. Overcoming his surprise, Manu took some water in a bigger vessel and put the fish inside that. By the time he turned around and was getting ready to perform his morning puja, he once again heard the fish address him, "Please help me. This vessel is not big enough for me." Surprisingly, Manu turned around. He saw that the fish had grown up to 3 hands in length. He then transferred the fish to a well, and when he saw that the fish outgrew this as well, by now he was sure that this was no ordinary fish. And so, when the fish outgrew the well and he had to transfer it to a pond and then to the river, he addressed it thus, "Who are you? I have never seen or heard of such wonders in my life. Are you a demon or a Rakshasa deluding me with these illusions and shape changing? I don't think you mean any harm to me. Please tell me the truth and put my mind at peace." The fish then smiled at Manu and told him that he was indeed Lord Vishnu. Overcome with joy and emotion, Manu prostrated himself before the fish and with teary eyes expressed his gratitude. "O Lord, all my prayers have been answered. I am indeed blessed to have seen you with my own eyes." Please tell me what it is that I can do for you." Vishnu then told Manu that the whole world would soon be flooded with water and tasked him with building a ship big enough to carry one pair of every living being on the earth. As soon as Manu started building the ship as per the instructions, Vishnu disappeared with the instructions that he would appear at an appropriate time when the earth was flooded and that the ship would be then proved to be used. After Manu finished building the ship, Vishnu appeared in the shape of the same fish, except that this time he was gigantic and many more times larger than the last time that Manu had seen him. He also had a horn on his head, which was unusual for any fish. Soon there were torrential rains all over the world, which flooded the earth. Speaking loudly over the roar of the rain and the lashing floods, Vishnu instructed Manu to use his celestial snake Vasuki as a rope and tie it to the horn of his head. Vishnu then, in the form of the Matsya, guided the boat to the choppy flood waters and led the same through the pralaya, destruction that was unfolding at that point in time. Thus, Manu's boon, which had been granted to him by Lord Brahma, was fulfilled to friction. He ended up being the one person who saved the world from pralaya.